Picture this. A hot afternoon in Qumbu CBD, Eastern Cape. A routine SAPS roadblock halts an unregistered suspicious-appearing Toyota Hilux GD6. But what begins as a simple traffic stop soon turns into a jaw-dropping revelation: a hijacked state car, unlicensed guns, and dozens of stolen cattle. This was no ordinary traffic stop. It was a stunning discovery. Today, we break down the whole story: what went down, what it all means, and where it could go from here. To comprehend the gravity, let's take a step back. South Africa, particularly rural areas such as Qumbu and Duta in the Eastern Cape, has a long history of vehicle and stock theft syndicates. These criminal syndicates hijack cars, steal livestock, traffic illicit weapons, and destabilize whole communities. In March 2025 alone, during Operation SHA, police seized 131 illegal guns and 83 hijacked vehicles throughout the province. This latest case falls squarely into that wider national crisis. On July 15, 2025, at about 5 p.m., two vigilant Qumbu police officers, the visibility policing commander among them, observed a suspicious unregistered Toyota GD6 Becky with 4 men inside on Blossy Gravel Road. They stopped it and searched it. What they found was shocking. The vehicle had been stolen from the Department of Health a few days before on July 11 in Duta. 2 of the passengers were in possession of unlicensed 9mm guns with their serial numbers removed and 19 live bullets. The remaining 2 men were not armed, but the 4 were arrested on the spot. The investigation continued to lead the officers to Nexo 3 area where they found 42 stolen sheep from Della Farms. The suspects belonged to a wider and organized syndicate dealing in stock theft and hijacking of cars. 8 men were arrested in total and were to appear in the Qumbu Magistrates Court on July 17, 2025. The charges are hijacking, possession of an illegal firearm, and possessing suspected stolen livestock. This case is unique for several reasons. First, the effective coordination at different crimes connecting a hijacked government car, unauthorized guns, and cattle theft serves as an example of effective intelligence sharing among local officers, the Eastern Cape Vehicle Crime Investigation Unit, and District Command. Second, the stolen vehicle happened to be owned by a government department, which is indicative of deep concern regarding the security risk to public sector assets. Third, it brings attention to the greater rural crime problem wherein cattle theft prominently affects local economies and communities. The Eastern Cape District Commissioner, Major General Norman Modisha, commended the officers who were involved and reaffirmed SAPS's resolve to dismantle stock theft rings in rural areas. Livestock theft is not merely an economic crime. It's a matter of trust and trauma within communities. Recovery of the stolen animals might bring some relief, but the revival of public trust is an uphill battle. The hijacking of a government vehicle also points to possible internal corruption or systemic security breaches that need to be dealt with. In a similar vein, in the late July 2025 Operation Channel 2, police recovered 4 hijacked vehicles, including Hilux GD6S, and apprehended 2 suspects in Qumbu. These operations are indicative of prevailing trends: return of repeat model vehicles, repeat perpetrators, and police efforts zeroing in on important networks. The suspects are still in custody and they have serious legal charges against them. Their trial can determine the future of SAPS operations in the region. It is a clear message: criminal syndicates that operate across regions are on the radar, and collaborative efforts of law enforcement agencies are yielding results. If the momentum is carried forward, there could be more raids, increased surveillance through license plate recognition, increased security for government vehicles, and greater outreach to communities for intelligence sharing. Nevertheless, there are challenges. Criminal networks develop. Weapons trade persists. Rural communities are still exposed. Policy adjustments such as enhanced tracking of public transport, higher penalties for theft of stock, more robust rural policing, and increased crime prevention are essential. In summary, The stop in Qumbu CBD on July 15 wasn't an isolated incident. It revealed a web of sophisticated crime involving government assets, illegal guns, and cattle theft. It displayed both the severity of rural crime and the potential of intelligent, well-executed police work. It's a wake-up call and case study in the potential of proactive policing. If you've made it this far, thanks. What do you think? Should the government introduce stricter car security measures? How can police and communities develop closer collaborations? Let us know in the comments. If this article provided a greater insight into crime operations and police tactics, subscribe for further investigative analysis. Share this to raise awareness of rural crime. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged.